Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh, yes, here we go. We hopped up on that bus. Bird, chill, Hight, Roger and Lowe, crushing friendly Gus. Bulldog vision, all these boys see is red. What a crappy life, R.I.P. Ed. Hight's GMC, you're collecting all the dust.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin. We are your first and your only source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. My name is Chill. Posture not improving, hairline not improving. But it is what it is. Look, got to live with it. The whole gang is not with us this morning. We are lawless this morning. But let's see who is in the building with us. Sitting to my right, he is a UGA graduate and a diehard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. He only cares about his golf ball. He is the pride of Buddy Johnson Road. East Lawrence proud this morning. Adam Hight Hightower.
Good morning, fans. Happy to be here.
Glad you're here, bud. Sitting to his right, he is a Seminole for life. He's lost a ton of weight, but he's still fat. His diaper needs changing daily. He's got a tick like slicing napkins for hands. He's big. He is sloppy. He is Big Raji.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who would have put money on Law not answering the phone when we called him this morning?
Yep, so Law's not with us. He's got his kids this morning, but he said he wanted to call in is what he told us, right?
Mm-hmm. Said he was going to have sweet tea in hand, ready to chomp on the ice.
As you told him, the people need his ice chewing early in the morning. It's kind of what gets them through.
That's his signature.
But per usual, no answer when we called him. So
but
no
he
Law
had a
this
good
morning.
run. He came out the gates hot. He didn't miss a show for a good 5 months.
Yeah, he's been Mr. Consistent until this morning. So if you're listening, whatever you're doing, guys, wherever you're listening, I should say, make sure you subscribe. If you're on YouTube, in the bottom of the screen down there is a subscribe button. Be sure to click that. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, make sure to subscribe. We are coming off last week's episode where me and Hight recorded the record low for Big Ugly Sports so far. So great job, buddy. Me and you. Lowest numbers we've had since we've started.
Hey, but it came out on the day that we wanted it to, so that's important.
Is there something that needs to be said about it? Because you're flip-flopping. I can't really figure out where you're at on that.
I'm just happy to be here and ready to roll.
Okay.
Captain stir the pot. You have been on. Dude has been on to take the side of whoever's semi-winning that.
A little warm in here in this Letterman's jacket.
Tell us a little bit about that jacket for the viewers that have tuned in.
So, thanks to my wonderful boss down there at West Lawrence Middle School, Reed Waldrop, loyal listener to the show, might I add. I guess it was his idea. I'm gonna give it to him anyway, just so I can get some points with him, because I'm giving him a shout out and giving him credit for stuff. So all the teachers are supposed to dress like you dressed as a senior. So I got my 2003 Letterman jacket here with all the abundance of patches and whatnot, and I found a 20-year-old T-shirt here from a wrestling tournament I participated in as a senior.
Wow.
Is your name on the back of it?
No, there's a Bible verse on the back. And I got a few pins on this sleeve I was top 4 over there. I got 4th place.
He's got a whole other jacket just full of pins for all his other pins. They couldn't fit on there.
No.
Do you have the crown for your prom king or homecoming king?
No, there's a scepter at Mom and Daddy's.
A scepter? like Loki's scepter?
Yeah, exactly.
And Raji was mentioning something pre-show about, I thought when you came in that's why you're wearing it, but now that you made it clear, but he said something about a class reunion coming up, so I thought you were repping.
Yeah, I do have my 20-year reunion Friday, Saturday. So,
are you wearing that?
No, negative.
Well, why don't you tell him what you said the reason he was getting?
Yeah, when he told me that, I said, well, that makes sense why you've been really trying to get in shape a lot lately and just gearing up for the 20-year reunion. You don't want to be like that time. This was, now keep in mind, when I was in school, I was on the ultra skinny side, so when I put on any weight, I looked bigger. Now I've put on a ton since then, but this was a few years after high school graduation. Well, you didn't know me in high school, but it was a few years after high school graduation, and I'm in the Walmart line. I'm talking like 2 or 3 years after, and I was probably 205 at this time. Graduate like 180, so still a good bump in a couple of years.
Yeah,
I come through the line, and there's a classmate of mine, and bless her heart, I mean, She was not pretty, and just to be nice. And when I'm checking, I'm being super sweet. Hey, so and so, good to see you. Her response to me, man, you've gotten fat. And I was like, I really wanted to say fire something back. Like, well,
you're still ugly.
Yeah, a lot's changed on your end, but I decided not to. So
that reminds me of the picture y'all had at the beach when Shelby posted the side by side.
I still don't let her live that.
And a lot has changed in 1 year or something like that, and he had then gotten like in worse shape.
It was supposed to be her either pre-baby and then baby, or vice versa. Yeah. I think it was pre-baby and then baby, and then. But meanwhile, I'm skinnier and then way bigger. And so as soon as she posted that, like within 3 minutes, the group text with all of us, like Jay, and they're going ham on there. Like, just blasting. I didn't even know she had posted. I opened the phone. I'm like,
what is this?
What? And then I just went in on her.
Dude went viral.
She said she didn't mean to, but I know her all too well.
The notorious sea cow over there in Daytona.
All right, guys.
Manatee.
Before we dive into our football picks later today, and we've got Coach Resper to be here in a little bit to look forward to Tennessee's game this week. So before he gets here, I want to play a little game. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna call this the lyrics game. All right. So I'm not singing. I'm gonna read. Move this a little bit so I can turn my computer so Hight can't cheat.
I did ask him, was Mayberry Road on here?
I don't know all the lyrics well enough to Mayberry Road yet. So I'm gonna read some lyrics. You have to finish. You got to finish.
Looks yellow, bro.
I know it does. That's what happens to a 20-year-old T-shirt.
It's in good condition to be 20.
Pristine.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to finish. Some of these y'all might not know. I don't know, but I was just kind of shooting from the hip. So
I hope they're popular.
We also have to remember
how many Clay Walker tunes we got right here?
None, but they're all popular, whether y'all know them or not.
And you are also a songwriter on the side too, so you might know.
Well, I dabble.
Right.
All right. So you ready? All right. Here we go. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye.
Well, you used up all the lyrics I knew on that song.
Is that like Whitney Houston or something?
No.
I'm out.
So no answer on this one? Okay. Never going to tell a lie and hurt you. All right.
That would have never got that.
This one, you're going to get this one. You're going to get this one. Hight will, at least. I don't know. You're kind of younger, so. All right. Somebody once told me the world is going to roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb.
In the shape of an L on her forehead.
Well, Smash Mouth. Yeah. That guy just died too, didn't he?
Well, why didn't you answer that, Raj?
Well, because I could tell that it was more for Hight.
Oh, was that a point for me?
Yeah. That was
okay. I thought we didn't know what we were doing.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
All right. I'm going to skip that one because y'all not going to know that. All right. Here you go, Raj. This is more your speed here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
There's no Gucci on here, but this is.
Chill.
When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change because you're amazing just the way you are. And when you smile.
I mean, I know it's by Bruno Mars, but I don't know the. This is on you. I don't know any.
Everybody knows that song. The whole world stops and stops for a while.
Everybody knows the song. Doesn't mean they know the lyrics. So
here's
we're
my
play this. Okay, go ahead, please.
Here's this one critique, and I mean this in the most supportive.
You generally mean this
productive way possible.
Right.
You're getting some of the lyrics, like the most popular lyrics that we would probably catch, and you're using that to lead us into lyrics we don't know.
So the shape of an L on her forehead would not have been the key lyric that you probably would have known.
That one was fine.
Okay, so that one was good.
But
I got these all from the same list, so the people that made it, I guess.
Well, I'll send a note.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this was me. In case y'all, this was me doing some homework to try to find some stuff, fun stuff for us to do on the show. We got Dole 1 and Dole 2 over here. There's just Buzz Killington just shut it all down.
I think it's a great segment. Let's keep rolling. Mm-hmm. I really do. I like it.
Okay. Can't tell. Really can't tell.
I don't.
Of course,
I like it.
You need to put your hat back on.
I'll tell you what, y'all will love this, especially you. You'll like this. See, yesterday, one of my girls on weightlifting comes up and she goes, "Could you get a haircut?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I didn't realize how big your head was."
I like that little piece you got in there right here.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like
it's like a rat tail in front. Turn around.
It's
kind of
similar to that's what it looks like, just right in the front.
All right, well, let me put this back on.
All right, we got a few more. I know y'all might not know them, but just maybe the people that are listening are singing them and catching them. I don't know. So
I don't think so.
All right, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
Oh yeah.
But does.
Mm-hmm. Can you just give us a singer, maybe?
Outcast.
Roses really smell like. No, I don't know. This is a terrible statement. We're never doing this again. You are dumb. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This was the funniest one I want to do that y'all want. I just want to see what is it worth it? Let me work it. Missy Elliott.
Yeah, drop it, flip it, and reverse it. Don't lie. I don't know.
I put.
Is that a wrestling move?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what he used to use.
Yeah, so it's on a shirt.
I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it,
Okay.
and then I want you to look at.
Well, she put it down. I dropped it. I mean, it's the same thing.
Essentially.
And
Somebody
then
said.
I'm not even going to pronounce the rest of it because you can't. But all right, well, there was some more, but we'll just skip that. So hey, good save. Maybe y'all can try to bring some. All right, how about this? Ranks college football players blindly. Can we do that?
Oh, yeah, we can do
Okay,
that.
that easy.
There's 5 good college football players. They're all. There's nobody like Stephen Edwards on here that you're going to get hosed at the end. Now, the 5th or the 4th guy or the 3rd guy may not be good as the first, second, but they're all good college football players.
I think Edwards is underrated.
He's overrated.
Is Coach Reshford on this list?
Have you seen Edwards' highlight reel from high school when he does that spin move and fist pump in the end zone?
It was pristine.
Okay.
I can't wait for him to come on.
Can we do? Is Joel on this list?
Joel him?
Is Joel him?
Well,
on
he's
this
not
list?
finished yet.
Okay, so this is
Still work to
this
do.
is former. This isn't like current college football players.
Former.
Okay. So in 2 years, when my boy's in the league,
When Joel Burrow makes
when
it.
he gets us all at the hood, when he's when he's playing for Cincinnati Bengals and he's our free safety, we're going to use him here. Okay.
He'll probably play both sides
He's
of the ball.
two-way for sure.
Yeah.
He's definitely.
All right, 1 through 5, rank them.
Okay.
Percy Harvin, strictly on college football.
I'm going 3.
I'm 4.
Okay.
He was nasty.
It was good. All right.
Shifty.
Some have said reminds me a lot of you back in the day.
Oh, well, some have said.
Some have said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reggie Bush.
2.
You're going to have to keep up where y'all are at. I'm not
Yeah.
sure where y'all got him.
Well,
There you go.
You're
What you gonna do next?
anti Reggie Bush because you said he didn't get his Heisman.
No, I'm not anti-Reggie Bush. I'm anti-lawbreaker.
I'm gonna go. I'll put him at 2 as well. So I feel like you probably got Herschel or somebody on here.
Hurst didn't make the list. He would have been clear 1. So,
It wouldn't have been fair for anybody else.
Yeah.
and I didn't put Stetson on here because it wouldn't have been fair either. So, all right,
Sucks.
number 3. So you're at. You got.
I'm at 2 and 3.
I'm at 2
2
and
and 4.
4.
All right, Charles Woodson, who I, by the way, used to love to play the video game with. I'd put him at quarterback and run option.
I'll put him at 4.
He was nasty.
I mean,
I'll
he's
go
not
3.
He's not my number 1. I'll put him at 4.
All right,
Yeah.
Tim Tebow.
1. He to me, Tebow was the best college football player ever.
Yeah, I'll go 1.
I was kind of hoping one of y'all would have locked one of them other ones in 1 because I felt like he was the one. So what y'all got left?
5.
5.
Vince Young.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So are you good with that list? Would you do it that way? How would you reorder it? If you,
I'd do it. I would leave it just the way I did it. It was perfect.
Of course it was. I'd probably put Vince at 3, Woodson at 4, and then Bush at 5.
Vince was fun to play with on video games too.
I
Yeah.
thought he was an overrated college player.
I mean, took Texas and won a national title against one of the most, I guess, talented USC teams. He just wasn't that good.
I mean, he was a good player, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's one of the all timers.
Yeah, I think I'd take Stet.
No, I would not take Sted over him.
Yeah, he's all right.
Where would you rank
Sted-
Vince? Top
Sted-
what quarterback in college? If you had to put a number on it, is he fall in your top 10, 20?
I could probably come up with 20 better than him if I had a minute.
Old butt tape over here is done.
Really? You don't think he's a top 20 quarterback all time in college football?
He probably top 25, but I don't say top 20. I mean, he could be 24, 25 maybe. I mean, I have to sit down and look at it.
Could you maybe next week do a list?
Bring that list
Yeah.
back.
Because I would.
I tell you what,
would
I do a
like to-
Hight's high 5 college QBs all the time.
Height 20.
I think,
Height 20.
Can we do that today? Let's do it right now off the hip.
No. I like to do
Number
it.
one is
my
Joe
name's
Cox.
Not Mitch Lawhorn here. Clayton Kershaw, best college quarterback all the time.
Albert Pujols.
Wasn't it Floyd that thought
Yeah.
Kershaw was a wrestler?
He thought he was a pro wrestler.
Don't.
That's good.
And this is a coach, by the way. Floyd is not. He's a coach. He coaches. And he coached baseball.
But they don't have cable TV out there in Mayberry.
That's fair.
Me, Mom, and them wouldn't let them run the cable through. R.I.P. me, Mom.
Oh, hi.
I forgot she passed.
Oh my goodness. All right,
I'm not going to say that.
On that note, before this goes any further, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Make sure you stay with us. We will be right back after this break. For all of your commercial and residential real estate, as well as property management needs, give Premier Properties of Dublin a call at 478-274-1606. Their customer service is unmatched, and I can personally guarantee that they will work with you to get you the deal that you want. Again, that's Premier Properties at 478-274-1606.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
Are you tired of overpaying for your cable? Do you feel like you're not getting your money's worth? I've got just a solution for you. J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 a month. Visit www.j2streaming.com.
Bank of Dudley is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bank of Dudley offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bank of Dudley bus. Beep. Bank of Dudley since 1905. Member FDIC.
Big Peach Car Wash, located across from Walmart on Highway 80. They will be breaking ground soon. Make sure for all your car washing and vehicle needs to stop by Big Peach Car Wash, located across from Walmart on Highway 80. Black Shear Beverage with 2 locations, located in the Cordele area on Highway 280 and Georgia 300. For all your beverage needs, be sure to stop by Black Shear Beverage.
Is that on right here?
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are brought to you by Premier Properties of Dublin, and we also have a new sponsor that we welcomed yesterday. So Blake O'Neill, a buddy of mine, I feel like I can hear Noah. Let me just, there he goes. I got him muted. There we go. Blake O'Neill at Elite Comfort Solutions. So for all of your heating and air needs, we'll have a commercial for him coming shortly, but make sure you call Elite Comfort Solutions. You can check out our Facebook page for the phone number and website. He does great work. Great guy.
Here. It's dang hot.
It is hot in here. Maybe we need to get him up here to the west side and let him fix it. But, man, he does a great job. Great prices. So make sure you
the steam coming off the back of that mullet.
Contact him. So, all right, y'all ready to talk a little football? Get some picks in for this week?
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon so.
So our special, we've got him in right now, I believe. Noah, you there?
What's going on, Chili?
All right, so we got Noah Garnto, loyal bus listener, joining us by phone this morning early. He's up early the third day in a row. We were supposed to have the show 2 days ago. My child was sick. We were supposed to have the show yesterday. Hight's tummy was hurting. And so now we've got the show this morning.
And Law no-showed.
And Law no-showed. This back-to-back mornings, Law's consistency's been hit. But Noah's been up for 2 mornings, the third in a row, and he's with us. So, Noah, we appreciate your loyalty to the bus show.
Glad to be here, guys. This is really on Hight, though.
Why is it on Hight? I do love that, though, but why?
It's always on Hight.
Thank you. That's what it comes back to.
Noah pulled.
But you know what? Lord gave me broad shoulders to handle all the stuff folks put on me.
That's why you gotten so big at Planet Fitness. Just
at the football game last Friday, me and Raj made our way over to the FCA tent because that's just what we do. They were grilling and cooking some fish or whatever they were cooking. So we went over there and hammered down, and Noah pulled us aside and said that not this past episode, one before that, he said the first 30 minutes brought him a lot of joy. We were just drilling you right.
Me.
So
I mean, was it justified?
No, not at all. Chuck made up 95% of it.
Cap. Major cap.
There's 100% truth in what I said about that 95% truth.
All right, so we're going to see where Noah falls once his picks are made after this week. But as of right now, our guest pickers on the season, we've got Jay Sherbert Bridges sitting at 7-3. We've got Opie, arguably the pride of Buddy Johnson Road Hightower, also sitting at 7-3 after a big week for him last week.
He's actually 7-2-1. There was a push.
Which one was the push?
I can't remember. It was a 3-point spread, and it was a push.
We'll look into that. So, and then Jace and third, holding down third at 4-6. So Noah, 7-3 is what you're going to have to beat. So that's a tall task for you, but if anybody can do it, I believe you can.
Yeah,
let's do it.
All right, so let's dive in right here. The first game we've got, we'll start with you right here, Raji. Utah -3 at Oregon State.
I'll take the Utes.
So Noah and I were talking about this yesterday, and because on Hight's Pigskin Pick'em, I had this game listed, and the spread is actually Oregon State -3, and it opened at Oregon State -1, so the line hadn't changed from.
Well, I'll even take the Utes again.
So now they're Utes getting 3.
Okay.
On the road at Oregon State.
The Utes are going to win.
Now, their quarterback's still out.
They're undefeated, and Oregon State just got
Beat by Washington State.
Yep.
Okay.
Hight, you taking Oregon State?
I'm going to take Oregon State. Oregon State.
Oregon State.
State.
Okay.
All right. Noah.
The Beavers.
Corvallis going to be a tough place to play, but defense travels, and Utah's probably got the best one in the Pac-12.
Man, I love how you come out right there. That's
fantastic. That's been the best I've ever heard.
That was good. So, Noah's taking Utah. I'm taking Utah as well.
Slop's taking Utah.
Beaver game.
Yeah.
All right.
That's you, bud.
USC -22.5 at Colorado. Can Prime and the boys rebound, Hight?
That's a lot of points, and
It was a lot of
USC's
points against
defense
Oregon, too.
is so bad. Yeah, but Oregon's defense is a little more salty.
Yeah.
I'll take Colorado and the points.
Body number 1.
I think I'll take the Buffs as well. I think they'll come out and they'll play a lot better. Like Hight said,
You think Prime will know who the starting center is this time? You seen that clip?
Yeah. It don't matter as long as we got Shador back there.
What I got? Never mind.
With that 4 legs.
Noah, who you got?
Every year I hear USC's defense is going to be better, and I never see it. So I'm going to go Colorado. I think it's a big bounce back week for Prime.
Is anybody calling the upset, like the win,
No.
just to cover?
Just not quite there yet.
Okay.
Give me about 7 more years.
I got Colorado, so clean sweep of Colorado, so that means USC's got to win that, got to cover that. All right. Excuse me. Florida +2.5 at Kentucky.
I'm taking the Fighting De'Aaron Jacksons.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wildcats.
I like it.
What you got, Noah?
Big interception for DD last week. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Didn't he have double-digit tackles, too? Didn't I see that? I think he had like 11 tackles.
Maybe.
Got a couple friends that are big Florida fans, but I got to go with the Wildcats here.
The Grimes family's not going to like that, Noah.
Cousin Brad. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. Grimes family and Tate King, loyal listener. But
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
Tate, big Florida fan.
Sorry, we had to get Tate on here. Georgia, Florida week, so we need to get Tate on. So I took, I've got Kentucky as well. I think just like De'Aaron really is right why I took them. Texas A&M -7 at Arkansas. A lot of SEC games on here this week.
I'm going to go Arkansas. I think KJ Jefferson will be better, and Connor Wiglin's out for the year.
Yeah, I'll go Arkansas as well.
I like Arkansas here.
All right, me too.
The Fighting Sam Pittman's get it done.
Well, we got the same.
See-wee.
You and him kind of got the same build, Roger.
That was a pretty good. Do that noise again?
No. I wish my coaching style was as good as Sam Pittman's.
Yeah.
But maybe one day.
Ooh. All right. Bulldog Nation, Hight, -14.5 going into Auburn.
Dog's big here.
Dogs by 90.
Dog by 50.
Raji.
I like the Bulldogs as well. As long as they somehow get Brock Bowers the ball 20 times a game, put him back out there running back or something.
Yeah, he's got to get touches, don't he?
Got to.
Dude's elite.
I loved our conversation yesterday about the potential backfield. That drove Edwards crazy. Dan Jackson at quarterback.
Chaz Chambliss
at running back. And Bowers at F.
I think Ed's just against any white guy playing because Ed's white and he didn't really get to play at UGA. So, like, it's just kind of
mad because he got put in a trash can at UGA.
David Pollock gave him a swirly.
True story.
Yes, 100% factual.
They didn't have David Green came to my rescue, bro.
Bro, I owe David Green my life. Know who you got?
Oh, early in the season, I'll admit I was questioning Carson Beck, but the biggest thing was it looked like a lack of confidence. But he's second half of South Carolina, and then last week it looks like his throws just looked a lot more confident. So I like him for a big game. I like Georgia big.
Georgia big. I hope
so
you're right.
400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns out of Carson Beck.
What a night. Dogs by 50 if that happens for sure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
All right. Kansas +17 at Texas. Undefeated Kansas. The Blue Blood.
plus 17 at Texas.
Well,
Is Kansas for real?
well, you know, Texas has got Oklahoma, I think, next week. So is that something that they're already looking forward to? You know, in the last game Texas did play was against Wyoming, and it was 10-10 going into the fourth quarter against obviously a completely inferior team.
Do I hear
Kansas-
you going Jayhawks? Jayhawk Nation?
Yeah,
Turn up Bill Self?
yeah. I'm gonna go take the Jayhawks.
I like it. All right.
They're nasty on offense. If you watch anything stuff that they do, they're dirty.
I'm going to go Jayhawks as well. That's just a lot of points, and I think this could be a little trap game here.
Yep.
So
I'm going Texas. Noah?
I'm going Kansas as well. Like Roger said, Red River next week. That can be a little bit of they might be sleepwalking coming out. I think Texas wins, but Kansas will cover.
Okay. All right. LSU -3 at Ole Miss.
this
gonna be a
is
good game.
one that was tough to call for me.
I'm gonna take LSU just because I need them to continue to keep winning. So if Florida State does drop a game, it makes
Looks better.
Yeah.
They almost Pig Suey about got them last week.
They did, and Arkansas is good on offense. I'm not Arkansas. Ole Miss is good on offense, but I think their LSU's offense is kind of starting to put pieces together. They don't have anybody that's going to cover them, elite neighbors. What you looking at, Hight?
I'm going to go LSU here.
All right.
It's making me uncomfortable. I kept taking too many underdogs, and I feel like I got to throw in a favorite in there. But to me, this one was just really close and hard to call either way. Both have had times where this year I thought, oh, they're pretty good, and then like last week, Ole Miss just laid an egg. I felt like versus Bama. So
Pretty rough back to back for Ole Miss though.
yeah,
Bama and then LSU.
And then for long they got
them dogs.
that's going to be a good game. I'm ready to watch that LSU game. That Ole Miss, I think that'll be a game that'll be
Georgia
fun to
loses
watch.
the game. That's going to be it.
They're not going to lose. They'll be undefeated.
Well, I didn't ask you. I was just making a statement.
I know, but this is my show.
Fair enough.
Talking to the mic, people
Fair
can hear. Say it again.
This is my show.
All right, Noah, who you got? LSU, Ole Miss.
I was on the fence with this one, but shout out to Reed Waldrop, my boss, loyal listener. He told me to go LSU here. He thinks LSU big, so I'm gonna go with LSU big.
Okay. LSU big. I'm going Ole Miss. I'm going the Fighting Lane Kiffins over here.
Hotty
toddy, baby. All right. Another blue blood here. Notre Dame at Duke. Notre Dame -5.5. Coming off the close loss to Ohio State. Can they rebound at an undefeated
They
Duke?
lost the game. They had 10 people. How does that happen?
They said like 2 plays in a row, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Mm-hmm.
How does that happen?
We got to be counting.
Yeah, I wonder what Resper thinks of that. I'll take the Irish. I think they have a big bounce back. I think they're way more talented than Duke. You know, Duke's really they're getting kind of primed up for here in a couple of weeks when they head down to Tallahassee to get 50 dropped on them. So there we are.
Yeah,
I do love the fact though that you've said multiple times that nobody can cover Florida State's receivers, and meanwhile, like Boston College and them just clamp city out there, and Boston College is terrible.
So Keon Coleman's got 17 receptions for 256 yards and 6 touchdowns. It's averaging 15 yards.
I'm talking about the Boston College game.
Okay.
He made one good catch that won him the game, I'm pretty sure, but
No, he didn't. But Johnny Wilson went off against him. They're underutilizing James Bell. I mean, if they would ask me.
So it's on the coaches now. I got you.
Well, I mean, if they would ask me.
Why don't they? You got a line straight with Sanone. Why don't you?
I talked to him the other day, matter of fact.
Sure, you blowing him up.
No, I've only seen one text since football season started. But I did tell him to tell Alex Haskins, give him my number because he needs some freaking help.
Okay. Maybe he passed that along.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, who you got?
He didn't.
I forgot. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. He went on this monologue here, so I kind of forgot.
That's what I brought it on.
I'll go Notre Dame here.
Noah.
It has nothing to do with you have ADHD about forgetting what was going
Maybe.
on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Game day at Duke. That's I don't know if any of y'all ever had a chance to go. That's a beautiful campus. When
I wasn't smart enough to go there.
Me and Cliff went up to Cameron Indoor back in January, and Wallace Wade Stadium is very beautiful, very underrated stadium. I'll take Duke for the upset here.
Shout out Clifford.
Ooh, winning outright?
Winning outright. I
like it, Noah.
So who do we think the celebrity guest picker is going to be? Think it'll be Krzyzewski? Think they'll bring him in?
On our show or that game day?
Well, we have ours.
Yeah.
We got.
Oh, you talking about this one? Oh, yeah.
At Duke.
Yeah.
Think they'll bring Krzyzewski in?
Maybe. I don't know.
I like Danny Dimes to be there.
Ooh.
Daniel Jones? Is that
Or Danny Johnson.
No, the GOAT. I can't. All right. 2 more games right here. South Carolina plus.
What'd you pick?
Oh, I'm sorry. I picked Notre Dame. South Carolina plus 12.5 at Tennessee. I kind of want to change my pick, though, after I hear Noah. He makes me want to go.
I'm going to go South Carolina right here.
Win or cover, Hight?
I think they win.
I'm only going to pick them just because I know he's coming on the show a little bit. I'll take Tennessee. I think Milton has a big game.
I locked in South Carolina. I think South Carolina. I'm not sure they win, but I definitely think they cover. Noah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with South Carolina as well. Spencer Rattler's probably the best quarterback in the ACC right now. So I think they get them. Tennessee may be a little salty about last year, but I don't think it matters. I think South Carolina's gonna beat them.
So you got the win, also the upset.
I got the win straight up.
Okay. And I like Beamer. I something about that guy I like. Seems like a player's coach.
He's on that Kirby tree.
There's a lot to be said for that. All right, Alabama. Last game, Alabama minus 14.5 at Mississippi State. Roll Tide.
Rip Tide.
Mm-hmm. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide big.
Big.
I just got too much Bama in me.
Yeah. It just runs through my blood.
I took Bama as well. Noah?
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I think Mississippi State's not as good as Ole Miss, and Bama beat Ole Miss by 14. So.
And Mississippi State got beat by LSU by, like, what, 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Mississippi State's not good. Mike Leach will be disappointed.
So, Noah, 10-0 is, really tough to do. Where do you see yourself after those picks? Do you see yourself catapulting to 1, tying for first, or?
Definitely 2-8.
2-8, okay. Well, there's something to be said about that, so.
Shoot low and then be proud when I go 3-7.
That's right. All right, Noah, man, we appreciate you getting up early again. You got time to probably go back and get you about 10 minutes of sleep.
Appreciate you, fellas.
Thank you, Noah. See you, bud. All right, so let's look at our overall standings. I forgot to address that. I went back and listened to week 3 because I didn't write them down during the show. So our overall standings right now as current, Raji has catapulted to first at 21-19. We've got a tight second between Law and Hight, both dead even at 20-20. And then Chill coming in last at 16-24.
We said that it fits the show narrative about just being completely mediocre.
I mean, there's all it is average to below average right there. Exactly what
fits in well from what we do.
Exactly what.
But you had a good week last week. I think you went 8-2, right?
Yeah,
but he went 2-8 the week before.
I went Noah's record.
Yeah, he canceled each other out.
Hey, I'd be hanging my hat on that 8-2.
Yeah. What, so you're good. You think the Bijan trade I made was good?
Yeah, I like Bijan. He's fun to watch.
He's
I
electric.
do wonder about his durability because he looks a little bit undersized, but man,
I still
he is
wish
electric.
they would have taken Jalen Carter.
Me too.
Dude, he is unreal.
I think that Jalen Carter would impact games
100%
more than Bijan, but like I said, Carter's career, unless some freak injury happens, his career should be longer than.
Yeah, and you're going to see.
You're a D lineman. You can play into your
look at Calais Campbell. He's in the league 16 years.
Yeah.
D-line, Calais Campbell and Grady Jarrett and Jalen Carter.
Bijan might have
30 points a game.
I mean, running backs, what is their shelf life? 5 to 7 years, something like that.
Most of them don't make it to a full second contract.
I can tell you what you're not doing with Jalen Carter and Grady Jarrett, and that's running remotely anywhere in the middle of the defense.
Calais Campbell's good too. I mean, he's old. He's still.
I saw him pursuing somebody downfield, and he took a terrible angle, and then just got blown past, and then he started slapping himself in the helmet. Like he was going to catch the running back anyway.
Well, maybe he was, bud.
He was not even close, promise.
Roger, before we bring Reshford on, where are you at on the Falcons right now? I mean, they're 2-1. Just not a good look last week. Was not a good game for us. So
I like to think that Hight and I can play quarterback for Atlanta.
It's tough to watch, man.
Listen, I want Ritter to do well, but dude, there was one 4th down throw where Drake London ran a little hitch, and I mean he's open. And Drake London's 6'5", has a crazy catch radius, and he throws the ball 10 feet over his head.
Yeah.
Like
didn't even give him a chance.
Tough, and the defense has usually been the problem. The defense has been good this year.
So do you think? Let's just call it 2 more like mediocre to bad games. Do they pull it and go? I mean, Heineke. Listen, Heineke. Oh, Heine's won. He's won a few games in the NFL.
Heine,
that boy Heine's done all right.
Oh man. Well, I don't know, man. I think that the problem is, and I think Ritter's not good, but they're asking him to throw the ball too much. Like you got Algier and Bijan, like they need to be touching the ball a lot more. Very similar to Georgia. Give Bowers the ball. Give your dudes the ball. If you're putting the game in Ritter's hands, like we're not going to win a lot.
And I know the argument can be made that Matt Ryan had Julio, he had plenty of weapons, but I'd like to think that Matt Ryan right now with this offense would be real salty. With those two backs, with Pitts, with London, with Patterson when he comes. I mean,
Matt Ryan's a Hall of Famer, so yeah, he'd be handling business, doing work.
I wonder if the Falcons have reached out at all. I saw where the Jets, or he had told Matt Ryan had made it clear that he was not coming back to the Jets. I saw an article on that, but that he basically, his agent is doing his job, which is still fielding.
Would you be opposed to the Falcons? Because the Vikings are like 0-3 right now, and they're talking about Dylan Cousins. Did the Falcons trade for Kirk Cousins?
I'd take Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
And, give up maybe a third round. Because he's out last year, I think of his franchise tag or whatever it is. Give up maybe a third or fourth round pick and bring Cousins
absolutely.
in. I think he'd be
100%.
I think he'd be really good.
Did y'all watch that? I might have asked you this already. Did y'all watch that documentary on Netflix?
I watched a little bit.
With him?
Yeah.
Solid dude. I mean, very likable guy.
I mean, just driving that 1998 rape van, but.
Yep. But very likable.
Too far?
Hey, can we talk about Kirby Smart real quick?
Anytime. Kirby's
he's
always
the best to
welcome
ever
on
do
the
it.
show.
He's a DGD.
Speaking of Kirby, I almost pulled the trigger on it the other day. Southern Stitched on Facebook had a sweet Kirby Smart jersey, $65. And I've tagged him in several of the Florida State ones. I tagged you and Martin the other day. Y'all ain't pulled the trigger on them. Sweet jerseys. But
my wife's got a Kirby Smart jersey.
Man, I wanted it.
So he set a new record for first 100 games, like winning percentage or whatever. He was at 85-15, I think. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Or 14, yeah. No, it's 100, yeah, 15.
So he has surpassed Nick Saban and Bear Bryant and Steve Spurrier and everybody. And so, with Alabama being down a little bit and Georgia being up and him setting this new record for 100 games, is it fair to say that he's the best coach in college football right now? And he's
second behind Mike Norvell. No, I'd put him up top.
Yeah.
But I also think, again, I think what Kirby's done is, it's remarkable. It's places that Georgia has never been to. Mm-hmm. But I think it's also, Kirby did step into a lot better situation than when Saban came into Alabama from the Dolphins. You remember how terrible Alabama was?
Yeah, they were bad.
So Kirby just took a place that was good and elevated it to elite.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we needed. So.
Yeah.
All right, y'all pause real quick. We'll be right back. We're going to take our last commercial break. On the other side of it, we will have a special guest coming in to talk a little Tennessee football. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by Premier Properties. We've just made our picks, talked a little college football, talked a little NFL football. Before we get Respert into the show real quick, I do want to know, what are y'all's thoughts on Colin Kaepernick? Did y'all see where he has reached out to the Jets?
Yeah, I saw that.
And with a sincere letter about, wanting to come in and be their practice squad quarterback and, just give them a great look, and he would wear it with a badge of honor just to come in and be a practice guy only. And if it's twofold, it gives, you can either see if his he can back up his talk, or he's, just not worth your time either way. So do y'all think an NFL team should give him a shot even on the practice squad?
No.
If I were in the position of leadership that had to make a decision on this, I would say no. I feel like he is too much of a distraction, and there's going to be two sides to him being there. One group is going to say he deserved a chance, and the other group is going to say, I'm not going to root for my team anymore because this guy's out here. So there's no chance.
He essentially boycotted the NFL, and now it's like, okay, well, did all your money from all your stuff, is it gone? Like, why are you trying to get back into the league? Like,
I also thought it was curious, which I know the Jets are tanking. They're bad right now, but I feel like that's a letter you should have sent to every NFL team. Like, if you just want to be that, not to a team that you feel like just because you've got a better shot to play.
Yeah.
Send it to everybody that says, hey, I can mimic Russell Wilson. I can mimic, Tua, all these guys that are mobile quarterbacks, give me a shot. And I think if he did that, I'm not saying I would, but I think there's a team out there that would give him a shot on the practice squad.
I feel like if you're the Jets, I mean, there's better guys you can get. Like, why not go to New Orleans and get Jameis? He'd be somebody that could be anybody's better than Zach Wilson.
That dude's bad. And wasn't he number one?
He was their number one pick. I don't know if he was number one overall.
I thought he might have been number one. Anyway, he was near the top. Yeah, so.
Well, he could get stead out of AA.
Don't do that. That's too soon.
Sorry. I mean,
All right.
Not bad.
So we want to welcome to the show real quick as we get ready to close out here in a minute. We're going to bring in Respirt's recap. Coach Jason Respert joins us over here. Coach, how you doing?
Good morning. How we doing?
Appreciate you coming in today, Coach.
Hey, y'all, I always appreciate the opportunity to be able to come here. It's a great establishment. It's a great chance to get up here and talk some football with some guys, and just appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, man, we're glad you're here. Just you played UTSA last week and big win. Big win against the Roadrunners. Is that what they are?
Yeah, what it reminded me when I was watching the games, it just reminded me. You remember growing up? I remember when I was growing up in the north side areas of Warner Robinson. We
Coach Nix.
Well, it was Coach Nichols, but also I used to
Warner Robinson.
I used to watch a Roadrunner Cody and Roadrunner. I'm sure everybody did, and it reminded me. The Cody could never catch the Roadrunners, could never do it. But what happened this time? The Cody's a dog. It's a dog. All right. Well, you know what else is a dog? That blue tick hound that represents Tennessee Volunteers, and that volunteer caught that Roadrunner.
Talking about Old Smoky.
Old Smoky, and look what happened. He caught that Roadrunner. And UTSA, they think they're United States UTSA. I tell you what happened. That checkerboard got on them. I didn't see nothing like it before.
Oh boy, that's good stuff there. All right, so
South Carolina this week.
That's what. So South Carolina, that's it. Hey, double-digit favorite, but they're coming in.
That checkerboard boy.
God, there's something about being right there on the rivers. As it comes in, I just think about Spencer Rattler. He think he good, but he's a rattler, but we gonna get him rattled.
He's gonna be rattled by that Neyland.
Yeah,
Neyland Army.
It's just a lot. If you never been to Neyland's, you would never understand.
I've been.
What do you say, Coach?
What do you think about the stadium?
What do you say to the people that say it's a dump? Because I've heard most people say that. I've never been myself.
Do you think it's a dump?
I do. It is an old stadium. It is not. It's not very fan friendly. Especially, well, I was in the nosebleeds and they were steep. Now they were steep high. And
I can tell you this: when I was back at Tennessee, when I was playing center, I used to climb on the stadiums every single morning. It wasn't no problem to me. Was it a problem to you?
Well, probably the biggest problem to me was we were getting. curb stomped. Georgia was getting curb stomped that game. So.
Don't bust his head to the white meat. Take it easy on it now. You're getting fired up this morning. It's too early.
I think Neyland's.
But now I wasn't a 5-star like you were, so that's why it was tough.
That's only there's about 32 5-stars a year. It's a very select handful. I think Neyland is it's a phenomenal place. I think it's a fantastic game to place to watch football games. Honestly, I would say it's probably the best stadium in college football. Maybe best stadium in the entire world of every sport. I would take Neyland over Wimbledon. Wimbledon's.
Oh man, well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on again. I know it's a tough drive from Warner Robins every morning or once a week to come over here, but
it ain't nothing to do right though. I appreciate the opportunity. It's all about the context. It's all about context right there.
That's what it is.
Communication. How's your communication skills doing?
Mine, personally.
Yeah, personally.
Hey, they're improving every day. I appreciate you.
Hey, good. That's what
they had a long way to go, didn't they?
Oh man, we started out at the bottom. Starting from the bottom, now we're here.
Hey man, I appreciate you helping me get better with my communication skills.
You're very welcome.
That's what friends do with each other.
That's right.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Coach Rick.
Steve.
All right. Thank you for joining us again this week. Raji, bring us home.
Continue to make sure you're listening to this 5-star review and a subscription.
Hit us up on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Big Ugly Sports, TheBigUglySportsShow.com.
And we're going to have a Brian's post this week. Me and Hight are going to remember to get a Brian's post out there so we can give away that. Make sure you subscribe. Again, we are brought to you by Premier Properties. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Wherever you're at, you got something?
Well, I was going to say, just make sure that you continue to listen so we can get out the hood. We got to get out the hood. The bad boy Joel here was getting us up out the hood.
Mama, I made it.
Mama, we made it. We in this guy, bro.
Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at.
Get up on that. He always talking loud. But that hangout time is weak. He really just blow that he need the hairpiece. Yeah, I'm back now. Yeah, they call me Big Roger Lottie. Yeah, but sometimes in they cut, they call me Bevo Lottie. We stay with the facts that you know we gon' discuss. Fussing or fighting, yeah, we get up on that bus. Young.